Hi, we're back at ya with our top 6 on what to see in Carthage, Missouri.
Make sure you stay tuned to the end because we got a special honorable mentions of places to go on top of the top 6.
Yes.
So stay to the end.
So stay tuned.
All right, as you know, as we've seen, we went on our trip to Carthage, Missouri. And Carthage, Missouri is, what's it, outside of Joplin?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of a sister city to Joplin, Missouri, near southern Missouri. It has a lot of history. It's kind of an older town. It was established in 1842, and it was actually the home or the spot of the very first Civil War battle that took place in the Battle of Carthage. Mm-hmm. And we just want to get started and share that with you.
Yes.
What did you think?
I was blown away.
Yeah.
I was not expecting what I saw.
It is definitely a town to put on your bucket list to go see if you're going to be near Arkansas, Missouri, or staying near the area. It was a really neat time. So
yeah.
Let's get started on our top 6 places to go see in Carthage.
So the first one we're going to talk about is the Jasper County Courthouse. Go see a courthouse?
I know. Who'd want to go see a courthouse?
But listen, it's a castle.
It is really neat.
Just for that aspect, it's a castle.
It sits right in the middle of the center of the city, just like any courthouse off of Main Street. It is a really neat, actually it's not the original courthouse.
No.
The original courthouse, like I said, was destroyed when the entire town was destroyed during the Civil War. So it's actually the courthouse that was rebuilt.
In the lobby of the courthouse, it actually tells about the history and the original one being burnt down. So you can listen to that. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, what the architecture of the courthouse, like Kim had mentioned, it looks like a castle on the outside, but on the inside it has really nice kind of colonial and like that, I don't know, that early 1900, late 1800 feel. I think the elevator, we rode the elevator.
Yeah, it was working and it had an operator.
Yeah, it actually had an elevator operator.
That
I think it was like a 1910 elevator, so it was like a 110-year-old elevator that's still operational.
And it closed.
I know.
And you could see it. Yeah, it was awesome.
So we met some really nice people that were there, and they gave us a little tour of the courtroom, and we got to...
Yeah, it's in session. It's an actual active courthouse.
Yeah.
That you can go tour a little part of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is probably one of the first stops to kind of see some of the history and get some of the history feel of the city of Carthage.
And it's free.
It is free.
And so that's kind of cool.
While you're downtown, you probably our second place to go stop and visit is the Battle of Carthage Civil War Museum.
Which is right around the corner.
Right around the corner, like the next block over from the courthouse. This museum was actually, it was kind of neat. The displays they had, you can really see they had a lot of Civil War relics from both, one thing about Missouri, which I never knew, kind of learned this during this little tour, Missouri was actually a kind of a neutral state. They weren't part of the North, nor they weren't part of the South. I guess that's why the first battle took place right there in Missouri at the Battle of Carthage. So it was a really neat museum. They have good displays, lots of great artifacts, and they talk a little bit about the history.
So number 3, which we reviewed, and every time it reviewed, it came up, and we're like, I don't want to see this. But we broke down and we went to see the Precious Moments Chapel. But since every website said a must see, so we broke down and went.
Oh yeah, and we were just really surprised with, we were just really blown away.
Because my impression was we're just going to look at old precious moments.
A bunch of figurines, a museum that had old precious moments that were built in the 80s or 70s.
Yeah,
who cared about that?
I want to see this. I'm like, let's just go because everybody raved about it. Blown. It was free.
Yes, it was free. It was free, and the grounds were absolutely beautiful.
We spent over an hour.
We did. Yeah.
It was awesome. Must see.
Yeah, a lot of people that we've talked to and friends of ours, they were like, "Are you gonna go to the Precious Moments? Go to the Precious Moments?" And we're like, "Why?"
We know why.
Now we know why. Yeah. It definitely. Yeah. You'll see it. It's definitely up not too far off the interstate. It definitely is a must see, especially if you're going to go visit or you're going to be going in that area. Passing through. I mean, it was actually really neat, and it was gorgeous. I mean,
stop in.
Yeah, stop in.
Take time and see it. So the next honorable mention we're going to talk, number 4, is Red Oak 2.
Oh wow, yeah, Red Oak 2. That was just such a neat. That was such a neat town.
Yes,
what they did.
and it's free. It's free.
It is.
So there's a little history behind it. So Lowell Davis grew up in the original Red Oak, Missouri. Because after World War II, it started to diminish. People moved away, didn't boom as much. So, but when he came back in 1980s, he was disappointed that there was really nothing left. So in 85, on his farm, he started Red Oak 2.
Oh, wow.
And he would go to ghost towns and pick up different buildings, and a lot of the sculptures is from his own art collection that he's done.
So was it a town in Missouri, Red Oak, or
it was original Red Oak, Missouri.
Oh, okay.
But he made it Red Oak 2 because it's not original.
It's not the original town of Red Oak.
2.
Oh, interesting.
The blacksmith shop there was his great-grandfather's. General grocery store was his dad's.
Oh, wow.
And that's where he kind of learned how to paint and sculpt. So it's kind of cool that he just would go to small towns and get buildings that were condemned, if you will, or whatever, and just, I don't know how he did it, but then he brought it to his little farm.
Right. All that little farm area.
And it's so cool, and they're having a festival coming up in a couple weeks. I wish we would have known.
I know, we should have known. That would have been really neat.
But that's a history. You see Red Oak, and again,
it's
free.
Go to Red Oak 2, go check it out.
So number 5.
This was my kind of little neat thing. And
not so much me, but
we went to the world's largest small electronic appliance museum.
Yes.
And when we say the world's largest, yes, I mean the world's largest. At first we were kind of...
It's in a Western store.
Yeah. Richard and Janice are the owners of the J&R Western store, and Richard started this passion, really his whole entire life, collecting small electronic appliances. And I don't think I've ever seen so many toasters and so many irons in one location.
It was cool.
It was really cool, and you go back and see and just the condition on these. You would think some
rusty.
Toaster of like 1910 would be rusty as all get out. No, he took a lot of pride and a lot of everything on all his appliances. He would clean them up and make sure that they were clean, and he searched around, and it just became a hobby, I guess, a passion. And he's got over like 10,000 appliances there.
The kids were impressed.
Yeah, they were.
They got educated. So number 6, we're hesitating on back and forth. We ended it at the end. Let's do it.
Yes.
We decided to go to the 66 Drive In theater.
Yeah, you can't go down historic Route 66. Historic Route 66 goes right through Carthage, right through the town. But yeah, it kind of, the nostalgia of going to a 50s drive-in movie theater.
It was so cool.
It was cool.
I've been to a couple. My kids have not.
Right.
We got to see Ghostbusters and Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Right.
So old school, our generation, not the kids, but they enjoyed it. They got popcorn. They had the old intermission cartoons.
Oh yeah, with the old cartoons in the middle.
They had the playground in front for the kids. It was awesome.
It was definitely like a blast from the past, and there ain't nothing better than doing that off of Route 66. And like always, if you continue to like us doing these videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and give us that thumbs up so we can continue making these great videos for you.
And leave us a comment. We'd like to hear from our people.
Absolutely. We love hearing comments, and maybe you've been to some of these places. Maybe.
What did you think? Maybe you didn't like them.
Exactly. Maybe you've got some other things that we didn't go to and see.
That we should have.
Yeah, definitely leave that in the comments down below. So now we're going to... Wait, we got more?
We do. We have honorable mentions.
We do. We have a couple of honorable mentions.
Not one.
But 2.
2.
We do have 2 places because we like the outdoors. We like going down by the river and stream and whatnot. But there are 2 places. The first one is it goes with the historical site.
Yeah.
The Battle of Carthage State Historical Site.
It's where the battle happened.
This is actually where the battle happened.
Yeah.
One of the areas where the battle happened.
There's nothing there.
No, it was just more of like a creek and kind of an area.
There is a trail.
There is a trail.
Yeah.
And so the one thing that you can do, I like metal detecting, but they said you can actually metal detect.
You can, and we didn't.
No, we didn't. I'd like to go up there
that
sometime.
would have been so fun.
But I mean, there's many people have found Civil War relics and musket balls and everything else that came out of that area. And the second honorable mention
is the Kellogg Lake. I said it right, Kellogg Lake.
Kellogg Lake. I think that was it was kind of a really neat lake. It's kind of a small little man-made lake, but they had a nice little creek area,
a nice little waterfall-ish,
like kind of a swimming hole and everything. A lot of people were down there. Locals were down there near a swimming hole. People were fishing. If you just want to go down today and fish, but kind of a real neat little lake and everything there in Carthage. But
so this is just our top 6 that we enjoyed when we visited Carthage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, well, anyway, we hope you enjoyed this. We hope you got to share some of our adventure. Please check out some of the videos. We will have several videos that will kind of highlight more on these locations to get a little more in-depth detail that we will have. So check out some of the other videos that we do that for our trip that we did in Carthage, Missouri. So, well, anyway,
until next week.
Until next week, we're going to be back on the trail again. We'll be back out. I think we're end up going to Eureka Springs again. So that'll be our next adventure. So we're looking forward to. We're going to go back to Eureka Springs and hopefully see the Passion Play that we didn't get to do last time.
I know, right?
Yeah.
They actually opened it up.
Yes, they
longer.
did. Yeah, they opened it up longer, so
we were able to come back out when it's not so hot.
Yeah, so the
Hopefully
weather
it just doesn't rain.
Yeah, I know, but the weather is supposed to be getting better coming in the fall, so we're going to probably be hitting Eureka Springs and do some of that.
Yeah,
maybe we'll have some top 5 places to go in Eureka Springs.
Oh,
hey, that's an idea.
That's a good idea.
Anyway, once again, thanks for watching Kevin and Kim Outdoor Adventure.
Bye.
KKOA. Bye bye.